YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So today we're playing Monster Prom second term. Honestly, I played the Monster Prom franchise almost every single game except for the last one that came out, which was Monster Con right here. But first I want to go through every game and play almost every route before I start Monster Con, just because I thought it would be fun to be like 100% of this game. But I really do enjoy it. It's one of the funniest games I've played. Voice interjections, yay or nay? Awesome voice effects. Yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, so today we're just gonna play this and we're gonna see how this goes. Honestly, every time I play, I go Damien's route, but we'll see who we get. Should I do the first term or second term? Let's see. I'll do first term this time, just because we could do a short game or a full game. We're gonna do full game. Ah, spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid, sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. I always go for her or her. We're gonna go for her. Blue. Vicky. We can go for... Let's do K. Just because I don't feel like typing the whole thing out. Pronoun she. That's fun. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 6 weeks were left, and as we were fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Damien LaVey, 21, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. My fave. Scott Howell, also 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. My favorite himbo. Liam de Lioncourt. I think he's 400. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork. Polly Geist, 22, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Vera Oberlin, 23, a mean self-made gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 6 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I said already, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. We'll throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. Alright, if you could put a curse on your worst enemy, what would it do? A person to fall in love with a wonderful person and be happily married for years before they realize that all this time their partner was a wild panther in disguise. Then the panther viciously devours my enemy. Classic. You can't rely on the effectiveness of a curse. I prefer to take care of my enemies the old-fashioned way by exposing them to unsafe doses of radiation over the course of several years. The curse of always meeting obnoxious people at parties who were super into fad diets that feel the need to explain them in detail. We're gonna go with the first one. I'm not reading that out loud. We're just gonna... A dolphin that only... I don't know. We're gonna pick the last one just because I like the idea of free will, but I would never. Your partner just gave you a cool gift for your anniversary, but you totally forgot. Quick, come up with an idea for a great gift. The abstract concept of gratefulness, anything on fire or a weapon, no, a weapon on fire, a pony, always a pony. Anything capable of leading them to an overdose of some sort. A silly toy that makes silly noises, the head of their fiercest enemy. I think the fire one is Damien. I honestly don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that's him, so I'm gonna go for that one. Yes. I know my man. So for Damien, if I'm not mistaken, we need lots of boldness, charm, money, and I think fun. I don't remember exactly since it's been a while since I played, but now I'm looking at my stats. I think we need like at least 5 on each stat. So I think we're gonna go for creativity, which is the auditorium. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it is though the muses themselves have descended to give you figurative oral. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. That's great. You see Damien and Miranda with their heads in their hands. They look glum. You ask them what's up. Ugh, we're boned. Okay, Damien. I do not know what this bone means, but I'm not optimistic about our chances on the upcoming exam. It's not fair. I shouldn't have to fail the test just because I spent all week in a really brutal mosh pit instead of going to class. And I did study. I had my servants read the entire textbook twice. I don't think that's whatever, Miranda. But for some reasons, my servants are not allowed to take the test for me. This girl. Well, there's only one thing left to do. Chop up the teacher and melt his body in acid. No, there's got to be another way. Doesn't there? Is it just lobby the government until they remove the class from the entire school system? You need to murder your teacher over something like this. Just burn down the entire school. We're gonna go with burning down the school. Knew it. Probably a good excuse to do what I was probably gonna do eventually anyways. He's definitely an arsonist, but you know, fits. I'm not sure if it's actually a good excuse, but it's too late. Damien is already running through the halls with 2 gallons of gasoline soaking everything. Later, as Damien is led out of the school in handcuffs for the 3rd time this week, he gives you a smile and a wink. Ha, suckers, they can't make me take the test if I'm in jail. I win again. Whatever floats your boat, Damien. Damien's happy and only a small portion of the school burnt down. Looks like everybody wins. You gain +2 fun and +1 boldness. You're just jealous. No, I'm nervous. Nervous that you're going to eat that, get possessed by a lich and kill us all. Well, I'm nervous that that's not going to happen. Looks like these two are at an impasse. Maybe you can solve the dispute and score some romantic credit at the same time. Liam's right, Damien. You should make him eat it. Damien, don't eat it. You won't have rooms for all the babies. We're gonna make Liam eat it. Oh yeah, of course I forgot about the golden rule. Do unto others whatever the hell you want because it's funny. What? No, this is an outrage. I don't even eat food, let alone inedible objects suffused with eldritch magic. Well, there's a first time for everything, track you loser. Down the hatch. Damien force feeds the dread artifact to Liam. He's instantly possessed with a dark energy as opposed to his normal morose energy. I am the Lord of the Night. The heresy arch of ice, devourer of joy. Haha, what a nerd. Liam has to go to the nurse's office to get the curse removed while you and Damien rob a bank to celebrate. That's Damien. Okay, so let's do... We need creativity. We still need more creativity and charm. So let's see. Maybe we can do charm this time. Oh, she's there. The booster stats. Okay. What does this do? Fun. I need charm. Maybe this would have gave me charm, but I'm too broke for that, so sure, but you can always use it to get the general idea and still be able to act as if you read it. To universal ones such as love and death. Creativity. They get that. I guess needs to give me. What is this? Hey, our boldness is really up there though. I'll take it. Alright, so we have to go back to the auditorium and it took our smarts down too, so auditorium and smarts. So next round we'll be going to the classroom, but for now. That day while rehearsing for the class play, you aren't especially good nor inspired. For once it seems you aren't getting the classic creativity boost from the auditorium. But afterwards, while talking to your classmates, you're having trouble conveying your point in a discussion, so you decide to convey it through music. You start singing so everyone else joins you in a kick-ass musical number. It's so amazing that the people with whom you were arguing totally get your point and change their minds once the song is over. You gain +2 creativity. That did absolutely nothing. You notice Damien and Lemmy arguing as jealousy as they are stupidly. You're not unique, I'm fucking unique. Ha, you wish I'm unique like a snowflake made of flash frozen tears. Well, I'm unique like a snowflake made of flash frozen you. Okay, Damien. I'm so unique I eat garlic with every meal. Big deal, I'm so unique I've gotten a tattoo of the baby Jesus on my... Okay. Yawn, I'm so unique that I let my victims... Huh? Weak, I'm so unique I go to church every Sunday. Hey, I'd do that too if I wasn't allergic. Would not. Would too. Bite me. Alaturd. Don't tip me. Metastoph loser. Mephistophe? Mephistoph loser? This could go on forever, and if it does, you'll never get to smooch either of them. It's up to you to put an end to this debate once and for all. You suggest they decide the issue by tomb robbery contest. That's extremely problematic. You expect me to devour the remains of my undead brethren just to win a contest? Sounds right to me. I rob tombs all the time, like for groceries and That's where I get my pet. That's where I got my pet talking school. That thing hates me. Well, I won't do it. I have principles. Looks like I win by default then, Bat Boy. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go some ancient graves anyways for laughs. You'll probably be cursed for generations for giving Damien the idea, but at least Damien likes you. You gain +2 creativity and 1 boldness. Okay. Eventually, so we're gonna do all that. You find Vera sitting in front of a pile of money instead of food. As usual, Damien comes over and drops his own money pile on the table, and also some organs. Not bad, but I prefer to exert a little less effort for my income. A dejected swamp creature slumps over to the table and adds some money to Vera's pile. Income? You mean this stuff? This is just what people throw at me to get me to stop punching them. And this is what people throw at me to keep me from revealing what kind of... Alright. But I agree, the money is only secondary. The frowns on their faces are their own reward. Still, I'm always looking to improve efficiency. Have you tried developing business contacts? In hell, your victims will be even more terrified if they knew death won't save them. Yeah, but that doesn't work on the undead. For those, you need a priest. A priest? You know how my family feels about priests. Ugh, I'm sick of terrorizing people one at a time. There's gotta be a way to terrorize everybody in the cafeteria at once and make money at the same time. I'm sure there is. That is, after all, the essence of capitalism. Set the building on fire and charge an exit fee. I'm surprised you didn't think of that, Damien. Damien? Where'd he go? Hey, I'm back. I was just setting the building on fire. Real quick, did I miss anything? What about the rest of the plan? There was a plan? Not anymore. Damien, immune to fire as he is, continues doing exactly what he was doing before the fire. Beating people up for their money and organs. This man. Alright, so we're gonna do maybe charm or smarts this time. Let's go smart. Our charm is okay. That day, you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. You spent the last half hour arguing with Liam about which celebrities are into paleo diets, and he's about to put an end to it. Okay, this is going nowhere. Let internet be our judge. Hey, Damien, lend me your phone. I need to check something. Hey, what's this? Most fabulous pixie hairstyle for this spring/summer season. Oh, Damien is checking out fabulous hairstyles. Let me see. That's so sweet. We want to see. Okay, it's clear Damien is losing his shit over this. You feel kind of responsible, so the least you can do is handle some damage control by stalking random followers seeing his phone too. Divert their attention by making money rain. Before they can see Damien's screen, you pull some money from your start throwing it in the air. Yeah, it's free money. I love how Kay is displaying her wealth in such a festive manner. And she is so generous too. We can't ignore the strength of finesse involves such skillful rainmaking. Her arms are like powerful, elegant machines. It seems it's working. Polly and Miranda are too distracted by the free money and by how cool you are. It's a clear win. Psst, I saw what you did there. Thanks. You've been a great friend. You and Liam are still intrigued by the whole fabulous hairstyle thing, but for now you gain +2 farm and 1 charm. Great, what we needed. Today the teacher is just tired of teaching, so she recurs to the classic technique of not giving and putting on some kind of historical TV show for you to watch. What you don't expect is that it's super effective. God bless the golden era of television. The TV show is compelling thanks to the ridiculous amount of and bloodshed, but at the same time you actually learn a lot about history. You gain +2 smarts. Partway through class, you break up into groups. You notice Damien by himself at a desk, thinking hard. Damien? Thinking hard? In class? You ask him what's up. It's just a stupid writing assignment. I'm supposed to write 2 pages on a destructive tool that's better than fire. Better than fire? What's better than fire? Fire's my thing, my whole brand. I swear, Miss Demon Slayer. Miss Demon Slayer's got it in for me. What am I supposed to write about? You never thought you'd see the day when Damien would ask your advice about destructive tools, but you've been preparing nonetheless. You tell him. More fire. Of course, more. It's always better, like with capitalism or carnage. It seems like the answer to my problems was inside me all along. Inside me is where I keep all of my fire. Alright, Damien. In fact, why write a paper when I could set fire to a paper instead? Haha, yes. Damien goes the entire classroom in flames, just like every other week. This time, though, there's more flames. Lord have mercy. You're not sure whether Miss Demon Slayer will accept this as an answer, but it hardly matters. Her gradebook has already burnt to ash. You gain +2 fun and 1 boldness. I'm telling you for the 100th time, despite what everyone believes, there's a very strong Naruto subculture among Oscar-winning actors. One could say Naruto is the biggest inspiration for many of them. But you stop your conversation when you realize you're not alone. Damien's in the corner styling the hair of a corpse? Where'd he get that? Hey Damien, what are you doing? He always yelling. Okay, you caught me. I have a huge secret. I want to be a hairstylist and makeup artist. I bet knew that. No one is judging you, Damien. But before you judge me, let me tell you the whole story. Once upon a time, there was a young demon who was a huge fan of cars and illegal drag races. And so, the young demon, whose name was Big Twist Damien, heard of an incredible TV show called Boo Paw's Drag Race, and he thought, damn, it's about time they did a show about drag racing. But what a fool was he, for the TV show was not about motorsports, but about drag. First, the demon watched the show, waiting for the part where the actual drag racing happened, and discovered there was none. But by the end of the first episode, he was blown away by the contestants, who happened to be fiercer and stronger than any warrior or actual drag racer the young demon had ever seen. He realized that they were so kick-ass, in part because of the intense and elaborate hairstyles they had, and the makeup that was more badass than any war paint he had yet witnessed. At that moment, he realized he wanted to be able to give that fierceness to other people, and that's how he started on his secret path to become a hairstylist and makeup artist. What you might not expect is that young demon was I, Damien. You literally told us 2 seconds ago that his name was Damien, but it could have been another demon named Damien, dude. Anyways, were you practicing hairstyles on this corpse? Yeah, I didn't want you to know until I was the ultimate hairstylist and the most feared makeup artist. But I feel that I'm not yet meeting my full potential. I need an even more badass training method. Any ideas? When is a loved one getting killed or almost gonna get something that you end up need a tough adversary and build a ruthless friendly relationship that pushes the both of you to groove. I like this one. What? Great idea. Liam pulls a gun from somewhere and shoots you in the leg. What are you doing? I mean, Kay's been helping you with this personal issue worse in a selfless way. I should have grown on you. Don't be an idiot. Kay might have been super cool. But, oh yeah, you might be right. Of course I'm right. And I'll shoot her in the head unless you get better at hairstyle and makeup. So he was gonna kill me. Okay. David starts doing your hair with a never before seen intensity. Hey, we heard a shot and our logical response was to follow the sound and see what stupid thing was happening. What's going on? Damien can't answer because he's too focused on styling the out of your hair. What's this? Is this the power of caring? Damien gives you such a great hairstyle that your leg wound is healed. Damien, this is majestic. Kay's hair looked like the concept of victory. Why are you hiding that? You were so good at this. I wanted to be the very best before anyone knew. Now you are, Damien, because you're doing hair for the right reasons. Yes, with skills like these, you'll be famous and everyone will know. Yeah, everyone. It's clear Damien's still hiding something, but that's a twist for another event. For now, be happy that you're gaining +2 charm and +1 boldness for taking a bullet for such selfless reasons. Our stats are looking good, though. You're sitting behind a PC, speechless. Wait, did we just rig an election in the Midwest? I was just trying to change the president's wallpaper to a Alright, Damien, we need to cover our tracks like right now. Well, don't just stand there, you innocent bystander. Help us. Yes, of course I'm talking to you. Damien can't help. Days pass in search of the source. You finally descend to the center of Earth and find 12 monkeys in full drag typing racial slurs on tiny computers. This is the internet, Damien. Punch it into a coma. You help Damien Vera get away with the crime and free the internet from their shadow monkey overlords. There will be no more cat pictures, though. At least you gain +2 smarts for discovering the secrets of the internet and +1 fun. Convoluted poaching expedition. Like when you told me not to drink all my knives. But I trust we can now put our differences behind us and enjoy the fruits of our labors. You mean the meats of our labors? Yes. Together we will enjoy this raw bloody cut of meat as a symbol of our... Wait, raw and bloody? You mean you're not even going to try using fire on it? Of course I use fire. I specifically instructed the chef to prepare this meat while glancing briefly at a lit stove. Did the fire ever, touch the meat? What would be the point of that? A cut this fine can only be eaten ultra rare. Like hell it can. You wait here while I get my culinary flamethrower. Damien, please, let's be reasonable about this. Why does he have a culinary flamethrower? Oh my goodness. What is reasonable? If we can't come to an agreement, let's appeal to an arbitrary third party. K will surely make the intelligent choice for us, isn't that right? Works on ice on a dozen of blood quick. The only correct way to joystick Dr. Sharp remains have been retrieved from burning building. That's what I like to hear. I already knew it. That and the sound of screaming. The sounds of screaming people fleeing a burning building. For roasting totally destroys the flavor of done talking, fire time now. The Lord. As you flee screaming from the burning building, you find Damien right beside you. He takes your hand and smiles. You almost make the third-degree burns and massive property damage worth it. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirits, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. Afterwards, you spot Coach ranting excitedly at Damien. Better go save them from each other. Lord. What I'm trying to say, son, is that you're full to the gills with untapped potential. I don't have gills. Then whatever you breathe with, that's what you're full up to. My lungs? Sure, your lungs are full of untapped potential. And you know what they say? I don't. Untapped potential is like untapped maple syrup. It just sits in your lungs where it can't go on anyone's pancakes. What does this have to do with me creating a super special custom workout? Your potential, Damien. We gotta tap it. If you can design a workout that strengthens your specific skills, then this will still be a really dumb conversation, but it's also an opportunity for you to bond with Damien. So you suggest obstacle course for a burning building. It'll make you better at arsonist. Sometimes your powerlifting will make you a better hairdresser. Arson. Oh boy, I love obstacle courses and I love burning buildings. See, Damien, becoming your best self can be fun and rewarding. You seem way too happy about this. You know what arson is, right? I don't even know what something is to support my students' development. Okay, I mean, I'm totally willing to take advantage of your ignorance, but just so you know, I'm going to use this as an excuse to set fire to. You don't need to explain yourself to me, Damien. I trust you absolutely. Worst mistake of your life. Well, okay, man. I guess I'm going to need some workout equipment, specifically 50 gallons of lighter fluid and a blowtorch. 50 gallons of lighter fluid and a blowtorch. 50 gallons, that's a lot of weight. You sure you can lift that safely when you're just starting out? Well, don't worry, it'll very quickly become a lot lighter. Pun intended. Coach class right along with you. You gain +2 fun and 1 creativity. Okay, we're doing good. You find Scott and Damien shoveling hot dogs and mashed potatoes into their mouths while Coach cheers them on. That's such a weird combo. Go boys, go. Munch your way to victory. Ah, there is no truer sport than an eating contest. Looks like it's a pretty fair fight so far, but where's the fun in that? Time to step in and set the balance. Distract Scott with surprise fireworks. What the heck? You were planning on setting off these fireworks and you let it rip. Who did that? Who's making noise? I'm yelling because I'm scared. They found a Scott. The Viet Cong. Oh lordy, it's Nam all over again. Scott and Coach flee the cafeteria. Damien lets on the side full of equal parts of leaf and mashed potatoes. Ugh, thanks. I was just eating like I normally do when these two idiots came over and turned it into a sport. It's not my fault I eat so fast. I've got a literal furnace in my stomach. Damien lets you have some of his half-chewed hot dogs. Nice. Some would say that's almost like, I don't want that. Alright, let's sit with them. So they enjoy a nice normal meal at the spooky high cafeteria as usual. Oh, JK, something fucked up is always going on here, and today is no different. Oh, hello, Kay. Did you want to come sit with us in our Imaginary friend, no one else is here. Their imaginary friend roars and the whole cafeteria shakes. Okay, you have some parts and you're probably going to figure this out pretty quickly. Why do we have a wild beast under our table? Why don't you take a guess? It's actually because we totally forgot our plan. Scott, no we didn't. Shut up. We were going to teach you the piano or maybe the saxophones. I lost my notes. No worries, no notes needed. You know exactly what they should do with this wild beast. Put him in sports jersey and let him rock. So you should pass the beast to the kitchen and turn into the next Monster Chef champion so you can split the big Monster Chef. Yeah, what a kick-ass idea. Which is obviously ours. Right, that was our idea. Hooray, we're geniuses. And I have just what we need to hear, training montage music. Suddenly you start training montage in which the three of you try to teach cooking to the wild beast. Check out it since you're not big chefs yourselves, and also because it's a wild beast, and it keeps on devouring people and wreaking havoc, but it is quite an epic training montage. Afterwards, you're all sitting excited in front of a portable TV, the Monster Chef show is about to start. You're holding cute supportive signs, and you even got yourself a custom-made t-shirt of the wild beast. Well, this is the big day. Also, how is it that we trained the wild beast and it's now on the show? If it's still new, cafeteria time hasn't even ended. Shh, Scott, time works in mysterious ways when it comes to training montages. Okay, boys, I only hope it isn't a souffle challenge. We know the wild beast isn't good at souffles. The wild beast isn't good at anything aside from devouring people and wreaking havoc. You call it what's the show. The challenge is beef Wellington. No souffle. Not so surprising once the challenge begins, the wild beast just starts to devour the other contestants and destroys the show set. You see the judges screaming, who the fuck let a wild beast into the competition? The wild beast is disqualified. Well, I guess that's it. We might not have won the cash prize, but we win the most valuable of prizes. The prize of laughing at our wild beast picking up everything on the Monster Chef set, which is a memory we will cherish forever. Is Damien ready to cherish memories that include you, Wowie? The day you spend some time on the library's PC sending malicious spam emails in hopes of stealing other people doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You're arguing with Liam, Polly, and Miranda about the use of the word indie, what its true meaning is, and if it's worth using at all nowadays. When you're suddenly distracted by a piercing anime scream, you go to investigate and find Damien giving a kick-ass hairstyle to a new corpse. Where the hell is he getting all these corpses from? Well, this is gorgeous, Damien. Paulina is right. Why aren't you uploading these online and taking the internet by storm? Isn't it suspicious? And the last time we talked to you about this, you got super mysterious and said, yeah, everyone, which makes us think there's a final twist to your shyness about your love for hairstylism and makeup. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if you know. I'm this fierce and fabulous, but I keep it a secret because I don't want my dads to know about this fixation on hairstylism, makeup, and RuPaul's Drag Race. Oh, your dads wouldn't want you to like drag? What? They're not backwards, Liam. I do some drag myself every now and then. My dad's gonna care less if I want to be the king or the queen of hell. But that's the thing. They want me to rule our circle of hell. Ooh, backstory. Miranda is so... See, the A circle has always been hotly contested by many hell generals in a constant war for dominance. None were ever victorious, alliances were formed, but they never lasted due to constant backstabbing. No one expected an alliance like my dad since they weren't just allied, but in love. So, their alliance never broke, and they conquered the eighth circle of hell together. At first, they were despised for daring to love each other, but they showed that love made them not weaker, but stronger. And wow, thanks to them, love is a badass thing down there in that circle. Thanks to them, I can be here at school as a part of this crazy game of being romance for prom and such. They're the fucking best. Now he breaking the fourth wall. But they expect me to inherit their armies one day and become a general and ruler because we, the LaVeys, we love and we destroy and we love to destroy. Don't get me wrong, I love violence and war, and being a general and ruler sounds kick-ass, but sometimes I feel pressured. What if I just want to be a hairstylist? Maybe I'll change my mind, but I want to have that choice. It makes me sad inside. Can't I be a general and a hairstylist? Why do I have to be only one? I feel you, Damien. Some people can be too traditional when it comes to careers. You're this or that, as if your true calling needs to be a given thing. But I myself am a strong advocate of career fluidity because it's about time we start a conversation about the plurality and complexity of career identity. What Liam said, we need to come up with a plan for your dads to acknowledge that you would be an awesome hairstylist, Dame. That'd be great. Come on, let's think of a plan, Kay. Any ideas? You're the one with all the wacky plans. Speaking of to understand, change your scissors for dagger and your makeup for blood. Practice the art of stealth makeup. Give your dads a sleep, make what they sleep, and actually discover the advantage. I like this one. That's crazy. So crazy, it just might work. I'll host a customary duel to the death in the pits of fire. My dads love to see their little red boy eviscerating some warriors and showing the power of the LaVey family. It's the perfect opportunity. And so all of you go that night to the pits of fire in the eighth circle of hell, where a duel to the death between Damien and some other demon has been scheduled. This is so cute. Look at all the corpses hanging on the wall. Such a tasteful display of power. Miranda. Yeah, sure. I wonder if my corpse is hanging on some wall somewhere. Ooh, that's a thought. Shh, it's starting. A huge horned warrior enters the pit on one side while Damien emerges from the other. He's majestic and shirtless, and you curse that he isn't appearing on screen. The battle is intense and spectacular. Damien is ruthless, and even if he gets a bit hurt, he destroys his opponent. His dads witness everything with proud eyes from the highest stands of the pit. The audience screams, "Finish him!" Damien looks at them and screams, "You're about to see what a finish I'll give this." In a swift movement, Damien uses his dagger to cut his adversary's hair before stabbing his guts. Then he put his hands inside the poor guy's body. With all that blood, he beats his opponent's face into utter beauty. The huge warrior says with his last breath, "I die beautiful." Damien looks nervously at his parents. They seem intrigued but contented nonetheless. He then looks at you and he seems relieved. This might be the start for Damien to follow his true calling. Meanwhile, you gain plus 3 fun thanks to such a wonderful evening. Our stats are good. Hopefully we can ask him and not get rejected. We'll see. Damien's really picky. Hey, you. Oop. I was waiting for you to ask me to prom. You've helped me so much these days. Hiding my true calling from my dad was a heck of a burden. They're not 100% into it yet, but they seem to be doing their best to understand it. Feels so fucking good. Thanks, really. Prom night is rad. Now, having freed himself from his secrets, Damien's way more relaxed. You have a great night. But you see, it's just the beginning of something bigger. After all that, you keep supporting Damien in the pursuits of his dreams. You're wrong, he keeps being super over the top and a lover of fire and mischief, but now there's more to him. In the end, you move to the eighth circle of hell together. There, you keep pursuing your own dreams while also supporting his. Aww. And so he opens the beauty salon and becomes renowned in his fierce makeovers. In the end, his dads acknowledge and fully accept his personal path, and they appoint him general and stylist of their armies. They fought so loving could be a thing in hell, and he fights so self-loving can be a thing in hell too. Because nothing makes you stronger than loving yourself. Oh, what a beautiful message. Alright, so that is the end of this Monster Prom Let's Play. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I know I did. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this.